Right now, as you step outside into the cold and begin to walk, something remarkable starts happening inside your body. You don't see it, you don't hear it, but millions of tiny decisions are being made every second. Blood vessels tighten, nerves fire, hormones begin carrying urgent messages from one organ to another. Deep inside, your cells are trying to answer a simple question: is this a threat or an opportunity? Most people think walking in the cold is just walking with lower temperatures, but your body sees something completely different. And what happens next changes almost everything. Imagine your body as a massive city that never sleeps. Every organ is a neighborhood. Every hormone is a messenger. Every blood vessel is a highway. Every cell is a factory with its own workers and power stations. When you're comfortable and warm, that city runs on a predictable schedule. But the moment cold air touches your skin while you're moving, alarms don't go off in panic. Instead, an incredibly organized response begins. Think of it like a perfectly trained emergency team that has rehearsed this exact situation thousands of times. Your body isn't confused, it's adapting. And this is where it gets interesting. During the first few minutes, tiny sensors in your skin immediately notice the drop in temperature. These sensors send electrical signals racing toward your brain. Your brain doesn't simply think, "It's cold," it starts coordinating resources. Blood vessels near the surface begin narrowing slightly, helping reduce heat loss. Warm blood is carefully redirected toward your most important organs. Your heart notices the changing demands. Your lungs notice. Even your muscles begin preparing for extra work. All of this happens before you consciously think about it. But here's the part most people miss. Your body isn't trying to make exercise harder. It's trying to keep you alive as efficiently as possible. Now imagine thousands of power plants spread throughout your body. Every one of them needs fuel. As your walk continues, muscles begin asking for more energy. Stored carbohydrates provide quick access, but another system quietly starts preparing in the background. Your metabolism begins adjusting. Hormonal signals become more active. Tiny engines inside your cells, the mitochondria, start increasing their workload. It's less like flipping a switch, and more like gradually opening more lanes on a highway. Traffic begins flowing faster. And this changes everything. Several minutes into your walk, another fascinating process begins. Your nervous system increases activity designed to help maintain body temperature. One important messenger involved in this response is norepinephrine. Think of it as a citywide broadcast telling different departments to prepare for higher demand. Your heart becomes more responsive. Your circulation adjusts. Stored energy becomes easier to access. The body isn't randomly burning calories. It's carefully managing resources. This is where most people stop. But this is where it starts. Inside certain areas of your body, special fat stores behave differently from ordinary energy storage. You've probably heard about brown fat. Unlike typical white fat that mainly stores energy, brown fat acts more like a biological heater. It contains enormous numbers of mitochondria, allowing it to generate warmth rather than simply storing calories. When exposed to colder conditions, your body may activate these tissues to help maintain temperature. Think of hidden furnaces quietly switching on beneath the surface. No dramatic explosions, just intelligent engineering. And the story keeps unfolding. As your muscles continue working, they're not simply moving your legs. They're constantly communicating with the rest of your body. Scientists have discovered that active muscles release signaling molecules that influence organs throughout the body. It's almost like every step sends another email through an internal communication network. Your liver listens, your brain listens, your immune system listens. Even tissues far away from your legs receive the message. Movement isn't isolated. It's a full-body conversation. Now watch this. Your breathing becomes deeper. More oxygen enters your bloodstream. Your heart pumps with greater efficiency. Blood delivers oxygen and nutrients to working tissues while carrying away waste products. Picture thousands of delivery trucks traveling perfectly organized highways without traffic jams. The better this system becomes through consistent walking, the more smoothly your internal city operates. But here's another surprising detail. Your brain is paying attention to every step. Balance, temperature, joint position, muscle tension, foot placement. The nervous system constantly updates maps of your body in real time. Even a simple walk becomes an enormous coordination exercise involving millions of calculations every second. You aren't consciously controlling most of it. Your brain is quietly orchestrating everything in the background. And this changes more than movement. Walk continues. Many people experience subtle improvements in mood and mental clarity. Part of this comes from increased circulation. Part comes from chemical messengers released throughout the body. Part comes from the remarkable interaction between physical movement and brain activity itself. It's not magic, it's communication. The body is talking to itself constantly, and movement gives it a reason to speak more clearly. But here's the part most people misunderstand. They imagine fat burning as if one switch suddenly turns on. Reality is much more elegant. Your body is always balancing different fuel sources depending on circumstances, intensity, hormones, previous meals, fitness level, and countless other factors. Walking in colder conditions doesn't suddenly transform you overnight. Instead, it provides another environmental signal your body can respond to. Think of dozens of dials being adjusted slightly rather than one giant button being pressed. Those small adjustments, repeated consistently, create meaningful adaptation over time. Research has shown that regular walking supports cardiovascular health, metabolic function, and overall physical fitness. Studies also suggest that cold exposure can activate heat-producing mechanisms and may stimulate brown fat activity in certain individuals. But perhaps the most important lesson isn't found in one specific hormone or one specific tissue. It's found in the pattern. Your body is designed to respond. Every challenge becomes information. Every repeated signal teaches adaptation. And this is where the story becomes personal. Imagine two identical factories. One receives regular deliveries, maintenance, and organized work schedules. The other rarely operates at full capacity. Months later, which factory runs more efficiently? Your body follows similar principles. Consistent movement encourages systems to improve coordination, efficiency, and resilience. Not because your body is being punished, because it's learning. Now consider the opposite. If those signals rarely arrive, if movement becomes rare, if muscles remain underused and energy systems stay idle, the body adapts to that too. Efficiency shifts. Capacity gradually declines. Not as punishment, as response. Your body always listens to what you repeatedly ask of it. That's the quiet truth hidden beneath everyday choices. And here's the beautiful part. You don't need perfect workouts. You don't need extreme suffering. You don't need impossible routines. Sometimes a simple walk becomes a conversation with every organ in your body. Every heartbeat sends information. Every breath carries instruction. Every step reminds ancient biological systems that movement still matters. Over weeks and months, the changes become less about today's calories and more about tomorrow's capability. Circulation becomes more efficient. Muscles become better prepared. The cardiovascular system becomes stronger. Metabolic flexibility improves. The nervous system grows more coordinated. Tiny improvements accumulate until one day they no longer feel tiny. This is where consistency quietly outperforms intensity. Not because it's dramatic, because biology rewards repetition. And perhaps that's the greatest misunderstanding of all. You're not forcing your body into health. You're giving it signals it evolved to understand. Cold, movement, challenge, recovery, adaptation. Your body isn't arguing with those signals. It's responding to them. Every single day. So the next time you step outside into the cold and begin walking, remember that you're participating in an invisible story unfolding beneath your skin. A story of communication, of adjustment, of remarkable intelligence operating without applause. Your body isn't waiting for perfection, it's waiting for information. And every step you take becomes part of that message. So here's a question for you. What surprised you most about what happens inside your body during a cold walk? The hidden communication between organs, the activation of brown fat, or the realization that your body is constantly adapting long before you ever notice the results? Share your answer in the comments, because your curiosity might help someone else see their own body in a completely different way.